we sat and counted the stars in your backyard. Our first kiss was in your den, and your dad walked in. First time I caught a glimpse of you, the thought of you doesn't cross my mind. You live a proof that dreams come true. I'm a better man because of you. Smile, the touch of your lips, your fingertips, holding you by my side, you as my bride. Well, I'm not sure I've been blessed with you, but all I know is since we said I do, there's not a day that goes by the thought of you doesn't cross my mind. You live a proof that dreams come true. I'm a better man because of you. I'm a better man because of you. I love you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly.
Just a simple man. He laughs, he cries, he dreams, but he's not Superman. He begged her not to leave. She said she had nothing more she could give. She found someone else and he'd shown her how to live. He said, don't forget, remember me. No matter where on earth you go, there I'll be. I want you to know left home. She went to visit him, standing there alone. Chiseled in stone the words that he said, filled with regret, this is what she read. Just don't forget, remember me. No matter where on earth you go, there I'll be. Well, I want you to know that you are my world. Just don't forget, remember me. Oh, don't forget, remember me.
His name is Webb Dalton. That is called Don't Forget, Remember Me. And before that, another great tune called Better Man. We'll have one more from Webb Dalton in just a moment. Welcome to a Triple Play Thursday edition of the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. That is our website. I am broadcasting live from Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. And I've got a great live show for you tonight. I'm going to play 3 songs in a row from every artist all show long. That is how we do it on Triple Play Thursday. And I've got a couple of great radio interviews from ladies from bands. First up, I've got the Gray Scott Band from Indiana. And then in hour number 2, I've got Shimmer Johnson from the great group Shimmer Road. And she grew up in Branson, went to high school here, and wrote a song called Branson. It has been submitted now for Grammy nominations. So that's going to be fantastic. And we're going to debut that song for you tonight. I have actually played it a time or two. But if you didn't hear it the first time or two, you're going to get to hear it again tonight on Triple Play Thursday. I want to give a big thank you and shout out to all of the stations that replay this program. Great radio stations like KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, Country Road 58 from Germany, countryradio.musicbox4friends.com from Belgium, down to roadradio.com from Ireland. We got Bourbon Trail Radio, Top Shelf Radio Texas, Radio 94.3 in Sweden. We also have Hot and Funky Radio, KWradio.com, and a brand new radio station that we picked up this week called BellBuckleRadio.com. Go check them out over there, and thank you to everybody on their staff for having the Tim Kelly Show aboard. And, of course, you can catch me on all the other major streaming services like iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, Pandora. Wherever you download music, just stream the Tim Kelly Show, and you too will be listening to New Country's Best. I'm also on YouTube Live tonight at KICR Indie Country Radio, and TikTok is having issues, so I'm not going to tell you my TikTok account over there tonight, but hopefully we'll be back up and running over there tomorrow. Let's get one more on the air from Webb Dalton to complete his triple play. This is called Starting to Feel That Way. Webb Dalton music on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio on Triple Play Thursday.
Well, this morning over breakfast, she didn't act much like herself. She was there invited, but in her heart she had to be somewhere else. As she sipped her coffee, she didn't have a word to say. I could feel it in my bones, a leaving coming on. She might not be gone, but it's starting to feel that way. I'm starting to feel a cold, cold chill like I've never felt before. It's not hard to see when she's looking at me. She's got one eye on the door. I think she's getting just a little more distant every day. She might not be gone, but it's starting to feel that way. I can't put my finger on it. Lately things just start to change. I know I'm not a psychic. I got a not so funny feeling something's about to change. She says everything is fine, but I wasn't born no yesterday. I know there's something wrong. I might as well be here alone. She might not be gone, but it's starting to feel that way. I'm starting to feel a cold, cold chill like I've never felt before. It's not hard to see when she's looking at me. She's got one eye on the door. I think she's getting just a little more distant every day. She might not be gone, but it's starting to feel that way. A little more distant every day. She might not be gone, but it's starting to feel that way. I can feel it in my bones, a leaving coming on. She might not be gone, but it's starting to feel that way.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
Welcome to Trucking Therapy. You can pay me COD. I can heal a broken heart. You can call on me. I'm a doctor of love. I'm a licensed PhD. Get your daily dose of trucking therapy. Solution for your marriage on the rocks. I'm highly educated from the school of hard knocks. Just leave it all to me and watch the magic that I do. And you'll be back in love again before this day is through. Welcome to Trucking Therapy. You can pay me COD. I can heal a broken heart. You can call on me. I'm a doctor of love. I'm a licensed PhD. Get your daily dose of trucking therapy. You tell me it seems like you've hit a brick wall. It's hard because there's no communication at all. I've got your prescription, just you listen to me. And open up your wallet, and I'll help you succeed. Welcome to Trucking Therapy. You can pay me COD. I can heal a broken heart. You can call on me. I'm a doctor of love. I'm a licensed PhD. Get your daily dose of trucking therapy. Your problems and restore your sanity. But if you get hurt, it's just because you didn't listen to me. Welcome to Trucking Therapy. You can pay me COD. I can heal a broken heart. You can call on me. I'm a doctor of love. I'm a licensed PhD. Get your daily dose of trucking therapy. Get your daily dose of trucking therapy.
Song number
it up. Fellas can't help but get jealous of us. We leave them all behind in a cloud of dust and perfume and diesel. There's here jamming guys giving me the evil eye like I'm crashing their brotherhood. I guess those sisters miss that I'm a sister and sisters are doing it good. We keep bringing home the jangle. They get their britches in a tangle over perfume and diesel. We turn and burn, pushing the needle. Tear down the road while we're dressing it up. Fellas can't help but get jealous of us. We leave them all behind in a cloud of dust and perfume and diesel. I put my lady boots to the floor. Can I get an amen? Can I get a 10-4? That's what God made me for. Can I get an amen? Can I get a 10-4? Perfume and diesel. We turn and burn, pushing the needle. Tear down the road while we're dressing it up. Fellas can't help but get jealous of us. We leave them all behind in a cloud of dust and perfume and diesel. We turn and burn, pushing the needle. Highway Casanovas try to pick me up. My bad, too bad. I got a thing for my truck. I leave them all behind in a cloud of dust and perfume and diesel. Perfume and diesel. Perfume and diesel.
She is making her radio debut tonight on the Tim Kelly Show's Triple Play Thursday. Her name is Marie Norris. She is a truck driver / music artist, country music artist, and she is fantastic. That is called Perfume and Diesel. I love that. You know, diesel is real expensive for those truck drivers, but perfume is even more expensive. I tried to get some perfume one time and pay $4 a gallon for it for my wife. That did not work out, but the diesel, yeah, they'll sell it to you for around that. Absolutely. Marie Norris, and a great tune called Truckin' Therapy as well. Music is therapy, and her music is great. We're going to do a great radio interview with her sometime later on this fall, too, around October. So check out the full live interview schedule at the bottom of the homepage of my website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. We're going to have our first radio interview of the night with the Grace Scott Band after one more song from Marie Norris. It is called Same Old Guilt. Marie Norris on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
My music gives me thrills. I roll hard down the road just to keep my passion filled. I cannot complain. I work hard every day, and I spend my time just trying to ease my pain. This way the love keeps me playing these cards that I've been dealt. But in the morning I wake up with the same old guilt. Now they call me insane, 'cause I stay out all these days. I have no real life, all my time spent in vain. I keep 'em moving along, just to singing my song, till that bridge way to heaven comes to take me home. Trucking pays the bills, my music gives me thrills. I roll hard down the road just to keep my passion filled. I cannot complain. I work hard every day, and I spend my time just trying to ease my pain. This way the love keeps me playing these cards that I've been dealt. But in the morning I wake up with the same old guilt. 'Cause trucking life is tough. You can't have thin skin. 'Cause if you do, it'll spit you out and kick you in the chin. It'll give you no warning. It'll hit you from behind. You'll only see it coming when you're out of your mind. Trucking pays the bills. My music gives me thrills. I roll hard down the road just to keep my passion filled. I cannot complain. I work hard every day, and I spend my time just trying to ease my pain. Your sweet love keeps me playing these cards that I've been dealt. But in the morning I wake up with the same old guilt. Sometimes this truck it feels just like a prison cell. All the folks that call me crazy can all go straight to hell. Trucking pays the bills. My music gives me thrills. I roll hard down the road just to keep my passion filled. I cannot complain. I work hard every day, and I spend my time just trying to ease my pain. Your sweet love keeps me playing these cards that I've been dealt. But in the morning I wake up with the same old guilt.
You're listening to the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. It is Triple Play Thursday, and that means every artist on the program gets 3 songs in a row played tonight. And we're excited to play 3 from this next artist. She is Grace Scott, and you are from Indiana, aren't you?
Yes, sir. Coming to you from the Midwest.
All right. Well, Grace, it's a pleasure to have you on the program tonight. And one of my biggest listeners, she's been listening to my show the whole time, is from a little town in Covington, Indiana. I want to give a big shout out to Lula Bradbury.
Oh, hey, Miss Lula.
Yep.
That's wonderful.
We surprised her in 2023, October the 1st. We went and saw her, and her daughter knew we were coming for a visit. But, yeah, we pulled up in that little town, and I'll tell you what, it's a little ways from where I'm at in Branson, about a 6-hour drive, but well worth it to go see somebody like her.
What a wonderful surprise. I bet you made her day.
Yeah, I'm sure it's well worth it to go see you in a live show, too. It says that you bring a lot of energy, and you've got that southern charm going on and a powerful voice. I'll agree with every bit of that, and it says you'll knock your socks off, too.
Well, thank you. I was born in South Carolina, and I've lived in the Midwest since I was 8, so I think I bring a good mix of that Southern charm and my roots in traditional country music to the stage.
Absolutely. What took you to Indiana?
Well, my mother is originally from Franklin, Indiana, just south of Indianapolis. And my dad is from eastern North Carolina. They met and married in the state of Mississippi. I was born in Charleston. I suppose we were Rolling Stones for a bit. And my dad had a job offer back in Indiana. And so we came back to my mom's home state and I grew up on a small farm there in Franklin. And then attended Purdue University, and I met my farmer husband, and I've been in north central Indiana ever since.
That's awesome. I just recently interviewed a young lady by the name of Brittany Nicole. She's from up in that neck of the woods, too, in Indiana. She's super talented. Yeah, so you're not alone with the talent up there. You got some great talent in the world of country music in Indiana.
Yes, we are very blessed to have just an awesome original country music scene here in Indiana and venues that celebrate artists. I feel very fortunate.
Absolutely. You formed your band back in 2017, so about 8 years ago. You're probably just now getting your feet wet, aren't you, in this thing?
Absolutely. I feel like I learn new things every year. You start out, with some goals and ideas and dreams, and you just keep rolling, and it's exciting. I'm feel so fortunate that we're still playing and people are still enjoying the music.
Yeah, absolutely. You play a great mixture of the hits from the 90s. I love that. That's the reason I got into country radio, because I was DJing 80s music before that 90s country came along. And then you do your original stuff, so there's a great mix there. I love that. And tell us some of your favorite 90s music that you like to play.
Well, I've always idolized, I grew up listening to Faith Hill, Trisha Yearwood, Sarah Evans, some of those just incredible singers. Of course, Reba was also, she's been a powerhouse through the decades. And I also try to, tip my hat to, the music that my papa in Eastern North Carolina introduced me to, Loretta, to Patsy, to Dolly Parton. And so some of their songs will always be part of my shows as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You've had the pleasure to open for some of the more notable artists in country music today. We were talking off the air about Riley Green. Just recently, he's been in Branson, Missouri at the Thunder Ridge Rodeo Arena that Johnny Morris, that owns Bass Pro Shops, built. And then you got Dina Carter, Tanner Ussery, Low Cash, Little Texas. Man, that's all good stuff.
Oh, I just feel so fortunate for the experiences we've been able to have and artists we have gotten to open up for. Just before I got on the interview with you, I just found out we get to open up for Wade Hayes later this year on our tour. So that's one of the 90s artists that I've always admired and enjoyed. So if I could tell my teenage self that I would open for him someday as an adult, I think,
Wow.
I'd have a hard time believing it at that age.
I'm jealous. You're not going to believe this, but when I started in country radio, my first radio job was 1999 in McAlester, Oklahoma. But my first concert was watching Wade Hayes and David Ball open for Tracy Lawrence in Ardmore, Oklahoma.
What a show. That's incredible.
Yeah. So I'm friends with Wade Hayes' wife. And, I just recently found out he went through a pretty tough battle with cancer. I did not know that, but I'm glad he's still with us, man.
Yes, absolutely. That's great to hear. And I will make sure and shout you out if we get the chance to meet him.
Thank you
such
so
a
much.
Small world.
Yeah, it is.
Such
I'll
a
tell you
small
what, you never know who you're going to talk to and who you're going to meet. And speaking of such a small world, you've probably done some collaborations with other independent artists, or if you're open to that and, maybe writing songs or doing a duet with somebody. A lot of that has happened from people listening to this program over 13 years.
Well, that would be really exciting. I would definitely be open to that. That would be amazing.
So let me ask you that. What is your dream gig, Grace? Artists you would like to open for, or maybe do a duet with live on stage? Some names we might know. You might have mentioned a few of them already. But
oh, my goodness. Well, I probably have always admired and respected Dolly Parton. With every inch of my being, her musicality, her writing, and then all of the good that she does within the community. She's somebody I deeply admire and respect. So that would be a dream collaboration, without a doubt.
Absolutely. And, she recently made a rock album. She can do it all, can't she?
She did. She even recorded a song with Sabrina Carpenter, or a couple songs, and had so much fun with her. I feel like she has found a way to touch each generation, and I love seeing the young people in the crowds. When I sing her songs, they know every word. And she can do it all. You're absolutely right.
Absolutely. Speaking of young people, let's take a trip back in time. How young were you when you started singing or wanting to be a singer?
Well, the first time I sang for anyone was in church when I was 2. I sang with my mama at church.
Let's take another trip back. 2?
Pretty precocious.
Oh, my goodness.
So I had a chance and opportunity from a very young age to get to sing in church, and never really looked back from that point. And I would say the dream has, shifted and changed over the years. There was a time that I thought, oh yes, I'm going to move to Nashville and take this route. And then, dreams and plans shifted. And I love that at this stage of my life as an adult with, raising a family, I'm still able to tap into that dream and share it with my students and with my family. It's pretty special. That is
awesome. And you sent me an email the other day when we were getting ready to book this interview, and you teach high school too.
I do. I work with juniors at our local high school, and I feel very, very fortunate. They have been so supportive. They're so proud of their teacher that she sings, and I've been lucky to have really supportive administration that really believe in the dream, and they love that as well. So I'm blessed with an awesome community.
That is awesome. You know, I interview a lot of young folks who are in school, and I ask them, what's it like to have your classmates think that or hear you on the radio, you know, when your song comes on? I don't know that I've asked that of a teacher, so what's it like when the classmates hear you on the radio?
They are so proud. I got to do a TV appearance this winter on a local station in Indianapolis, and the kids were so excited to live stream the interview and the performance, and they just were so proud. You sharing, oh, that's my teacher, that's my teacher. They share the music, you know, the new original songs. You know, a lot of times they'll tell me, well, I don't really like country music very much, but low key, you're not bad, Miss Scott. You're pretty good.
Yeah. Now, growing up you started singing it too, so did you take any lessons or any music classes that really influenced you to want to keep going and do something in country music?
I did. So I grew up, you know, my mama was my first music teacher. She grew up singing and traveled in college singing. And as I got older, I actually was able to study with a music professor at Franklin College in my town, and was trained classically, which I think gave me a really strong foundation for vocal technique. And of course, in high school, I did musical theater and show choir. And there was a gal I actually worked with in the Indianapolis area as I got older that she had been Trisha Yearwood's vocal coach and worked with her at Belmont. So that was kind of cool to hear her stories of working with Trisha, and to finally to work with someone who had trained, you know, a country artist versus, you know, when I was classically trained, I was learning to speak in German, you know, sing in German and Latin and, you know, a lot of classical music. So that was my foundation, and I think it translated well. I really, through the church community, leading worship and connecting with other musicians here in my town in Logansport, that really helped me kind of branch out into different genres of music and strengthen my confidence on the stage, because I took a break for a while as a wife and a mama and a teacher, and had a few years I wasn't performing as much, and singing in church again really helped me get my sea legs back for the stage, I suppose.
That's awesome. You know, I'm getting a lot of artists from Nova Scotia that are French Canadians, and they're doing a lot of stuff in French too. It doesn't quite fit my program, but it's just awesome to see that, because you know as well as I do, country music is universal. They love it in all these other countries. And in fact, we're putting you on not only my radio station, but you're going out to 11 radio stations tonight.
That is so cool. I just love it. That's amazing, Tim.
We got Belgium, we got Germany, we got Ireland, we got Colorado, Texas. It's just all over the place. They love it.
That's great.
So
country music touches you all. I love it.
It does. And let me ask you that. There's a lot of genres out there, and you're still a young person. I can tell by talking to you that, you know, you resonate. Why so much with country music? Why does it resonate with you?
Well, I was just explaining this to one of my students today about how country music can touch each stage of life. It tells stories. It starts with a story, so many country songs do, and it resonates to so many different emotions and stages of life. And so no matter what you're going through, there's always going to be a song that speaks to that moment and captures whatever it is you're going through. And I love also, you know, so much of country music is rooted in things that I am very passionate about: family, faith, farming, the land, good values, and so much of country music centers around that.
Yeah, it sure does. And the artists that you've opened for, just this handful that we got on your website, the Riley Greens, the Dina Carters, the Little Texas, those Low Cash, you know, you can learn something from each one of those folks, you know, because they're making music that resonates, and, you know, people want to write like that. They want to sound like that. They want to do that, do what they're doing, and they want to do what you're doing, don't they?
Yes, and that's a dream, to be able to write and record original music. I feel so fortunate. My bass player for my band, he and I were the ones that started writing songs together, and I also write with my husband, and it's something that I never dreamed that we would get to accomplish together in our marriage, and that's a pretty cool part of this music journey that I've been on.
Oh, absolutely. Do you have any children? And if so, are they musically inclined like Mom?
So I have a 13-year-old son, Keaton, and he plays the trumpet in our local band, and I'm told he's quite good by his band instructor, and he's also taken piano for years. And then we have a 10-year-old daughter, Quinn, and she is in our choir at school and loves to sing. Both kids are not shy being on stage.
Awesome. Big shout out to Keaton and Quinn.
Oh, thank you so much.
Your mom, Grace, is awesome as well. You guys are fantastic. You took a big chance in in 2020 when the pandemic was getting fully blown. In March of 2020 is when it happened really big time. You recorded and wrote your first EP.
Yes, it was quite the experience. We had our date booked as kind of as soon as the all clear to kind of not have to shelter in place. We were able to work at a recording studio in Indianapolis, but anytime we came out of the booth, we were masked up. When we were in come out to work with our producer and listen to a take, of course we're masked up. We're putting on our sanitizer. It was a time
Right.
that there was so much that was still unknown, and we were all trying to be respectful and careful. And so it certainly wasn't quite how I had imagined that whole recording process would be, because there's, that layer of uncertainty that you're working through, and in a new recording process. But I'm so grateful that we were able to work through that and record those 3 songs that summer.
That's awesome. There was a lot going on music-wise, even though the pandemic was in full swing, but you just couldn't perform in front of folks and do live shows. So I actually took that year away from radio because, there wasn't a whole lot to talk about in these interviews as far as getting out in front of the folks, but the music kept coming into my email, and I was like, wow, this is a good song. This is a good song. I need to get back into radio. So the very following year in 2021, I came back, and we're still doing it now, and going on year number 13 for a total of doing this show. I've done it on my own radio station now. We just celebrated our 10th year anniversary in May, so that's been quite a ride, and meeting so many people and talking to so many artists like you along the way. It's been a fun deal.
Congratulations. That's a great run.
Thank you. You continue to have a great run, too. In fact, you're getting noticed in your music by some of these award shows out there. I see you got Traditional Country Song of the Year back in 2023 at the Josie Music Awards for Flowers that we're going to play tonight.
I can't tell you what an out-of-body experience that was. We were in the Grand Ole Opry, and just felt so honored to be there in the company of so many incredible independent artists who, had traveled and played all over the world. And when they called our name and played our song, I had to get it together real quickly. It was
speech.
My husband afterwards, he was like, I was just hoping you could get it together, because I knew I couldn't say a word, because we got to accept the award together. It was a really special moment.
That is awesome. The first song that we're going to play tonight on this triple play is called You Ruined Nashville. Tell us the story behind this one. I get a lot of interesting titles in my email, and I never get to really know the full story until I do these interviews, so I was excited to hear the story behind this one for sure.
Well, I love this song because it is definitely, in a lot of ways, it's a love letter to the city of Nashville. As you were listening to it, you probably heard a lot of places that you recognize on Broadway, and even some, name dropping a few lyrics from songs, and just sacred places to people who know and love Nashville as a city. It's a song about someone who's gone through a pretty painful breakup, and the spaces that they once held dear with that person maybe don't feel so special anymore. But when we were writing this song, I tend to be an optimistic person. So there's, the bridge has got a little bit of hope to it. It's not just a heartbreak song, but it's definitely one of those traditional country music songs that tells the story of a breakup.
Absolutely. Did you go to Nashville to record these songs that we're playing tonight?
So the great story behind, I guess, the mix of the songs that you get to hear tonight. I actually recorded You're in Nashville in Marion, Indiana. My lead guitarist for my band is a former metal guitarist who's traveled all over the world in that scene, and has transitioned now into playing more country, folk, Americana music. And produces lots of genres of music. And so I just feel so grateful. All of the artists on the track are local Indiana artists that were
awesome.
able to record that right there in Little Marion, Indiana.
Isn't that something? There are great studios like that all over the country, and I've done enough of these interviews to talk to people that even do it out of their home studios now. The production and the talents of some of these folks is so good, and the technology that we have, they can do it out of their basement studios, some of them, so pretty cool.
Yes.
And we haven't been to Nashville in a while. It's been like since 2018. There's been a lot of changes, and a lot of these artists, now just Luke Combs just recently took over the world famous Wild Horse Saloon. I've been to that one many times, and so it's interesting to see that these artists are opening up their own bars and grills, and Blake Shelton's got Old Red, Toby Keith, started I Love This Bar, and it's just been quite a wild ride in country music, hasn't it, over the years?
It absolutely has changed so much. I remember visiting Nashville in the early 2000s, and comparing it then to what it is now. That the growth has just really, really exploded. We really enjoy spending time down in Music Valley. There's, I guess, a little bit more of a local flavor. You're going to hear a little more traditional country music.
Yep.
There's a couple places that are a little bit off the beaten path that some friends of ours that are musicians and artists in Nashville have said, go hang out at the local, or go hang out at the Music City Palace. You never know who you're going to run into, and we've heard some really incredible country music at those spots as
I'm
well.
friends with Jeff Reed, the owner of the local, and my buddy Trey Calloway. He's played there a bunch, and we've done 5-6 interviews together, and he's in Nashville. And that's a great one, because when you do do that venue, they put you on the big stage on Facebook Live, and they got all these cameras looking right at you, and man, it just sounds like a professional concert right there on Facebook Live. It's one of the well done ones I see all the time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Good
Again, a
stuff.
small world. You know everybody.
Yeah.
I love it.
Kind of do. I'm glad to have you on the program for the first time tonight. Hey, and this is the Gray Scott Band, so I want to give a big shout out to the folks in your band. Tell us who they are as well.
Well, I'm so fortunate to work with just an awesome group of guys, and I have 2 of the founding members of the band that are still with me playing. So Alan Henshaw is our drummer. Mm-hmm. He's also the director of our local marching band. They have won state numerous times, and he's such a gifted artist and just the perfect person you need to be keeping you on time with the drums. As I mentioned, lead guitarist is Mike Walter, and he also has some producing and writing credits with the band. So it's so great to work with. Mike's a preacher for his day job, and also a musician. I like to say that we're teachers and preachers in the band.
There you go. Amen to that.
Bass player Steve Isaacs. He's been with the band since it started in 2017, and then this year we've added Connor Reagan, who is on staff at Taylor University in Upland, Indiana, and he plays harmonica, mandolin, banjo, acoustic guitar, and just adds just that really just rootsy Americana, sometimes a little bluegrass flavor to what we're doing, and I absolutely love that. I mean, it's hard to beat a good banjo. There
you go. Well, I'll tell you what, I loved your music so much, and when you sent the first song, You Run Nashville, I was like, okay, I need 2 more, because I want to put you on Triple Play Thursday. Here we are, and doing the interview, and these other 2 songs are great, too. We're going to come back and talk to Gray Scott, and we're going to talk about another song called Be Here, and then we're going to talk about flowers as well on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on this Triple Play Thursday.
Broadway lights don't shine like they used to. It's hard to get those boots out of the box. The city I once couldn't wait to get to has my mind turned to knots. Honeymoon memories everywhere. Walk down and I start to stare at every bar we ever danced in. George Strait's run on the radio. We sing along, dancing nice and slow in that rooftop moonlight. But now that song just makes me wanna run. You ruined Nashville, no more whiskey jam or bluebird ride around. Every honky tonk and smoke stained on the dance floor, never go to Tootsie's, Nudies, or Robert's Western Wear. You ruined Nashville. Another night at home, feeling lonely, wondering if these feelings will subside. Everything I do brings up your memory, and every love song makes me cry. All the girls want to take me out, but the thought of seeing you around makes me want to run home and hide out on my couch. How long will it be like this? I always heard that love is bliss. Now I know it's just a fantasy, and I still feel like I am on the run. You ruined Nashville. Music Row will never write me another song. The Opera Circle feels broken and wrong. I'll never watch the Titans or Preds again. Never hang out with all my rowdy friends. 'Cause you are Nashville. I'm sure I'll get over you and paint the town with someone new. You were in Nashville, no more whiskey jam or bluebird ride around. Every honky tonk and smoke stained old dance floor, never go to Tootsie's, Nudies, or Robert's Western Wear. You ruined Nashville. Music Row will never write me another song. The Opera Circle feels broken and wrong. I'll never watch the Titans or Preds again. I'll never hang out with all my rowdy friends. 'Cause you are Nashville. You are Nashville. Oh, you are Nashville. You are Nashville.
We have Gray Scott with us tonight from the Gray Scott Band from Indiana. That is called You Ruined Nashville. You just heard the story behind it. Fantastic song, and they're in for two more songs that are going to be great tonight. You are pretty darn good in the world of country music. Keep doing it, will you?
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome. And I'll tell you what, I don't know what your writing style is, but I'm going to ask you that. Are you more lyric-based, or do you have to hear the hook and share that with the band, or they go, hey, we got this, let's make it sound like this, or what? How do you guys do that when you write a song?
Well, it comes with a lot of different approaches, and I suppose it's probably who I'm writing with. When I wrote Flowers with my husband, he gave me some of the lyrics. You know, he had a verse, a chorus, maybe a bridge, and then I came up with a melody and wrote the second verse, and so I was able to give it, I guess, my flavor. When I work with my bass player, who I wrote You Were in Nashville and Be Here with him, we work together. You know, a lot of times he'll come with some lyrics, a song idea, part of a melody, and then we sit down and start working through it. And that's exactly what we did with Be Here. Sat on my farmhouse porch and hashed out that song. And again, it's a relationship story song, really kind of laying down the line of when you're when you're done putting up with accepting, less than you deserve in a relationship. And I love that we were able to shout out one of the really pretty little spots in our neck of the woods here in Indiana. We mentioned Pipe Creek Falls, which is a local favorite spot. If you're from Cass County, Indiana, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. How about that? From small town Indiana to the big old world out there with one push of the button with your music. That's a dream come true right there, isn't it?
It truly is, and I would say from my writing perspective, I remember we've talked a lot about, there's writers from Georgia, from Oklahoma, from Missouri, from all over, and they're able to offer their experience, and I say, what makes me unique? I'm an Indiana farm wife, and so I'm going to insert a little bit of that into my stories and my songs.
And Flowers won Traditional Country Music of the Year in 2023 at the Josie Awards, and kudos to you for keeping traditional style country music alive. That's exactly what Nashville and the rest of the world needs, isn't it?
Absolutely. And I tell you, Tim, this girl, she loves some traditional pedal steel guitar, and I felt so lucky. I got to work with a producer in Columbus, Indiana, to record Flowers, and he brought in just an incredible steel player for that track. He's actually Cody Johnson's touring steel player.
There you go.
And so that was pretty darn incredible to get to have him on that. Just a really special song that came together.
I've been doing this long enough. I was playing Cody Johnson as an independent artist. Lainey Wilson, Things a Man Ought to Know. That song really took off for her. Now look at her. And we got Ashley McBride. Some of these females, they're just really tearing it up in country music, aren't they?
Absolutely. I just adore all of those artists you just mentioned, the honesty and truth of their lyrics. And so many people don't realize how long Ashley, Lainey, Cody, worked as independent artists and how long they were putting their music out into the world. Sometimes it seems like an overnight success, but, it sure wasn't. They've worked their tails off for what they have.
Well, and I didn't realize it until I asked you that you've been singing since 2. So you've been doing it a while as well.
Yes, I feel so blessed. Music is just this medium that brings people together. I feel like our world has become so polarized and divided, and yet a good country music song can bring us all together and create joy in a moment, and I feel so grateful to be part of that.
I talked to one of my buddies here a while back, and we did a great interview here the other day, and he said, they play music at your wedding, they play music at your funeral. The first thing we did when we got married was pick out the music. And, so it's for every occasion. It's from birth to the grave, there's going to be music involved. And you're right, it brings people together for whatever reason, and we're sure glad Grace Scott is doing music.
Oh, thank you, Tim.
You're
welcome.
welcome.
It's an honor to get to share a little bit of our story with your listeners.
Well, let's put you on the rest of the map. Where can folks find the Grace Scott Band on social media if they want to check out more of your music? And we'll be sure doing another radio interview. This has been a lot of fun.
Oh, thank you so much. We're on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all under the Grace Scott Band or at the Grace Scott Band. And all GraceScottBand.com. So we try to keep that all up to date and good content for y'all.
Awesome. Well, thanks for being here tonight. We're going to play Be Here next, and then Flowers is going to kick off the top of the next hour. After this interview airs tonight, it's going to go into the Tim Kelly Show interview archives. So if you folks are just now getting tuned in, you aren't missing a thing. Go download it. And Grace, you can do that as well. Share it on your socials, whatever you want to do. Thank you for your time tonight. This has been a blast.
Thanks so much for having me.
You are welcome.
Appreciate it.
Her name is Grace Scott with the Grace Scott Band. This is called Be Here on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on this Triple Play Thursday.
I keep looking at myself, but you don't text away. I'm starting to wonder if the newness wore off, and this is all she wrote. It's time to make your move before I say we're there. If you wanted to be here, we'd be sitting on the porch, being sipping that wine, talking about our week, brushing our If you wanted to be here, I'd be dressing for the club while you're down at the station, filling her up. Thinking back when I climb up in your truck. If you really want to say it's all about me and you, it's not what you say, it's what you do. Sipping that wine, talking about our week, flushing with starstruck eyes as you look at me. If you wanted to be here, I'd be dressing for the club while you're down at the station, filling her up. Thinking about when I climb up in your truck. If you really want to say it's all about me and you, it's not what you say, it's what you do. If you wanted to be here, we'd be sitting on the porch swing, sipping that wine, talking about our week, blushing with starstruck eyes as you look at me. If you wanted to be here, I'd be dressing for the club while you're down at the station, filling her up, thinking that when I climb up in your truck. If you really want to say it's all about me and you, it's not what you say, it's what you do. It's what you do.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Walked through the door, saw the table was set, the food sitting cold with silent regret. The decision you made like so many times before was wrong, and you know that I'm keeping score. You've brought me flowers red and ones that are pink, some by the dozen and some drawn in ink. Some came from the yard and more from the store. The flowers ain't fixing this love anymore. So now here you are, down on your knees, begging for mercy. Another babe, please. I know that old line just to get me to stay. Well, it ain't gonna work. You should just walk away. You brought me flowers red and ones that are pink, some by the dozen and some drawn in ink. Some came from the yard and more from the store. But flowers ain't fixing this love anymore. this love anymore. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Her name is Grace Scott from the Grace Scott Band, and she is fantastic from Indiana, and we had a good time talking to her. I am in Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world, and Grace Scott with the Grace Scott Band. Go check her out and follow her on social media. She was also a high school teacher, so she's passionate about helping everybody. She helps a lot of young people and helps everybody else with her music. It is great, and go check her out. She is great. And thank you for doing the interview tonight as well, Grace. I know she's listening, and we've been chatting back and forth on Facebook as well. Hey, I'm back on TikTok as well. You can come over here and join me at Tim Kelly on Air on TikTok. Give me a like and a follow over there. I sure would appreciate it, and you'll get to see the face for radio, and I can chat with you live over there. And I'm also on YouTube at KICR Indie Country Radio and live on Facebook at the same time. We're getting ready to kick off hour number 2 of the show. I've got a couple of great more triple plays, and Triple Play Thursday, by the way, for you new folks, means that every artist on the show gets 3 songs in a row played all show long. That's how we do it on Triple Play Thursday. And then I've got another great radio interview. Shimmer Johnson from the Shimmer Road Band is going to be here, and she was from Branson originally. She went to high school here and wrote a song called Branson. We're going to play that for you tonight as well. It's also been submitted for Grammy nomination. You're going to love it. It's great. Cowboys and Dreamers, the first song that's going to kick off this second hour of Triple Play Thursday. His name is Rick Stone on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
Driving down an old Texas road, listening to Garth on the radio, was ready to stop when I saw a sign, motel and ice cold beer ahead. Stopped and walked in, got a cheap room, headed to the bar next door, walked right in, saw an old man sitting at the bar, had his cowboy hat pulled down low. Walked up, said, "Is anyone using this stool?" He didn't look up, just tasted his beer and said no. I sat down on that stool and ordered a shot of tequila and a cold glass of beer. After a while I said to him, "Are you a real cowboy?" He looked at me and said, "I ride the fences and rope those cows. Sometimes I don't get much sleep. The hours are long, the pay is low. Good news is I always am on the go. Loved a few women, lost a few too. You ask me, am I a cowboy? Yeah, that's me." He hardly turned his head. I could see the test of time on his face. The cowboy then softly said to me, "I can see by the clothes you wear you're not from around here. Tell me, son, what do you do? Because the fences and rope those cows. Sometimes I don't get much sleep. The hours are long, the pay is low. Good news is I always am on the go. Loved a few women, lost a few too. Guess I'm a dreamer too. Cowboys and dreamers, cowboys and dreamers, cowboys and dreamers." I just smiled and looked at him, thought about it, got another round, stared for a while and turned to him and said, "I am a dreamer. Been that way all my life, always searching for something, never knowing what it was. Dreaming of tomorrow, not thinking about today. Loved a few women, lost a few too. Living life like a Yeah, I am a dreamer, that's me. The cowboy gave the ray smile, took a taste of beer and stared down for a while. Then with that Texas drawl, he said, I ride the fences and rope those cows. Sometimes I don't get much sleep. The hours are long, the pay is low. Good news is I always am on the go. Loved a few women, lost a few too. Yes, I am a dreamer too. Cowboys and dreamers, cowboys and dreamers.
Number 2.
Each morning breaks with heavy skies. The fight begins as my body tries, but this heart beats strong. I hear its song. The mirror shows what time has done, but I'm still here. I'm not the one to bow down low and let it go. Never let it win, no, not today. I'll rise again, I'll find a way. Through every storm, every wind wave crashing in, never will I let it win. My hands may tremble, my voice may fade, but my soul's unshaken, my path is laid. This fire burns on through the nights, the odds may stack, they may press me down, but I wear this fight like a golden crown. This battle's mine, I draw the line. Never let it win, no, not today. I'll rise again, I'll find a way. Through every storm, every wind wave crashing in, I'll keep on fighting till the end. Never will I let it win. Never will I let it win. My hands may tremble, my voice may fade, but my soul's unshaken, my path is laid. This fire burns on through the nights, the odds may stack, they may press me down, but I wear this fight like a golden crown. This battle's mine, like a golden crown. This battle's mine, I draw the line. Never let it win, no, not today. I'll rise again, I'll find a way. Through every storm, every wave crashing in, I'll keep on fighting till the end. Never will I let it win. Oh, never will I let it win.
Once again, his name is Rick Stone. Rick Stone Music is where you can find him on social media. That is called Never Will I Let It Win. He sent me that song just the other day, and I told him I would play it on my new Music Friday show, so we'll probably air it again tomorrow night, but I'm like, why not give him a triple play and play 3 in a row on Triple Play Thursday? But that song is dedicated to a friend of Rick's. His name is Todd, and he was just recently diagnosed with ALS, so he came up with that great song as a tribute to his friend Todd, Never Will I Let It Win. Cowboys and Dreamers before that, and we got one more from Rick Stone here in just a second, but he will also be a special guest on an upcoming Tim Kelly show, so check out the full live interview schedule at the bottom of the website, KICR-IndieCountryRadio.com. The third song to complete the triple play for Rick Stone is called Cattle Drive Blues on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
The sun's hanging low, casting long, stubborn shadows. The scent of the leather
wind as it blows. My boots kick the dust, hear the echo spurs on this endless old trail. Ain't no voice I prefer. The herd moves along like a slow rolling wave, through valleys and pastures, through skies dark and brave. The coyotes may howl, but they don't rattle me. I'm as steady as stars in the night over these plains see. I was born for the saddle, the rope, and the land, with the grit of my fathers, my heart in each hand. This life ain't for most, but it's all that I choose. Born to chase freedom with these cattle drive blues. There's mud in my veins and a fire in my soul. This wrangling a life, it takes a toll. But I wear every scar like a badge I respect. Lessons learned on this ride, each moment perfect. The full moon's a lantern that lights up the night. The wolves keep their distance, they know not to fight. I'm the kind of man storms can't buckle or break. My back's the backbone of every move that I make. I was born for the saddle, the rope, and the land, with the grit of my fathers, my heart in each hand. This life ain't for most, but it's all that I choose. Born to chase freedom with these cattle drive blues. I was born for the saddle, the rope, and the land, with the grit of my fathers, my heart in each hand. This life ain't for most, but it's all that I choose. Born to chase freedom with these cattle drive blues.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
Country lives right here. Country is what we do.
Today's country. More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country. New country. New country. New country.
Things are getting serious. You're already on fire. But I went to a fortune teller. She took one look at my hand and said I'd already died. I've done enough gambling in my life to know you can't ask for another hit, but there's only one ace left in the hole. I'm not gonna jump out of a plane with you. Too many one-night stands with the same damn man. We're not birds sitting in a tree. Honey, that ring is worth more than the price on my head. From every last man who has dreamed of a white dress and a ring on my head. I'm not gonna jump out of a plane with you. There's a million different things that I just might do. I let you poke me. Baby, I'll poke you, but I'm not gonna jump out of a plane with you. There's a million different things I just might do. I'll let you poke me, and baby I'll poke you, but I'm not gonna jump out of a plane with you. I'm not gonna jump out of a plane with you.
Song number 2.
Got a smile, it will take me miles far away from here. My thumb is up, I'll hitch a ride, leave you in the rear. It's dangerous, I don't care, it's disastrous. Way out there, pack it up, go, go, go. You think you're coming? Oh, no, no, no. Pack it up, go, go, go. Pack it up. Don't need a leaving it behind. Suitcase of tears. Flash that smile, bat my eyes, all of your fears. It's dangerous, dancing for money, it's disastrous. Calling me honey, pack it up, go, go, go. You think you're coming? Oh, no, no, no. Pack it up, go, go, go. Pack it up. Anywhere is better, any place is better. I don't want you around, I'm leaving this town. Anyone is better, any way is better. Pack up my things, leaving my ring. Pack it up, go, go, go. You think you're coming? Oh, no, no, no. Pack it up, go, go, go. Pack it up. Pack it up, go, go, go. You think you're coming? Oh, no, no, no. Pack it up, go, go, go. Pack it up. Pack it up.
She is making her radio debut tonight on the Tim Kelly Show's Triple Play Thursday. Her name is Lola Kinsey, Kinsey. And Lola Kinsey Music is where you can find her all over social media. She is fantastic, and we're going to do a great radio interview with that talented young lady as well in the near future. Check out that full live interview schedule at the bottom of the homepage at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. And both interviews from tonight's show are going to go into what I call the Tim Kelly Show interview archives. That tab is also at the top of the website. I got lots of tabs on there. I'm telling you, you can listen to classic country radio 24/7. Click that tab. You'll hear yours truly's voice on there as well. And you can watch Western movies. We got all kinds of great entertainment. Branson Country USA. We've got the Kansas City Chiefs coming up on radio. And then we've also got the Kansas City Royals. Their first game back after the All-Star break happens this Friday. You can listen to them on radio on our website as well. Mark that website down, and the link is in my bio over here on TikTok as well. It is KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. One more song from Lola Kinsey to complete her triple play, and then my next interview is up next with Shimmer Road, and their song Branson is going to be played as well. Hold It Against Me from Lola McKenzie to complete the triple play on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best.
That I'm that free.
listening to the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. It is Triple Play Thursday, and that means every artist on the show gets played 3 times in a row. You're going to hear 3 great songs from the next group. They are Shimmer Road. We've got Shimmer Johnson with us tonight. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for doing the program. I appreciate the time, and you're all the way from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada.
Yeah, but I did used to live in Branson. Did my high school out there, so I'm very familiar with Branson.
Yes, you did. You were in Branson, Missouri, and worked at a grocery store here that I've been to many times. But you were there before me, so you have been in Branson back in the '90s when it was pretty hopping back then, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. That's when Andy Williams was still there, and Charlie Pride, and Mel Tillis, all of them.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
That's what brought me to Branson, actually, was Andy Williams. My brother was producing his TV commercials for a couple of years for his Christmas shows and putting them on TV. He's a great video editor, and he hooked up with Andy Williams.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I've been to the Moon River Theater a lot, and it has since changed hands now. It's doing something different, but and then over there at the Moon River Cafe, his mom made these great home-cooked recipes, and that used to be a great restaurant, too, right next to his theater.
That's cool. Yeah, my stepmom, Shirley, actually, when I was 16, she's like, you have to come with me. I want you to meet somebody. And it was somebody. And I mean, he was really old, like really old. I was really young, and he was really old.
Uh-huh.
And then, but later on in life, I really, really appreciated my stepmom coming and dragging me out there to meet. Got to meet Bob Hope, which was really cool before he passed away. So.
That is cool, man. I grew up watching him and loved him in comedy, and he had a lifetime contract with NBC. He did over 50 years of his comedy specials on NBC, and they have Bob Hope Drive right here in Branson, too. We just went by that yesterday.
Yeah, so I got to meet him when I was 16. It was really cool.
That is
cool. And back then it wasn't cool because I had no idea who he was. But later on it was cool.
He was one of those guys that lived to be 100 years old. You know, he had that longevity like George Burns and some of those other guys, but Bob Hope lived to be 100 years old exactly. That is awesome.
Oh, yeah, he was really old when I met him. So,
It says you're no stranger to country music, and that is because of the history that you have in Branson, but you didn't always start out in country music. Tell us about that.
Well, I kind of started off in country at the beginning. My dad was in a country band, and he still sings in Branson. He goes to old age homes and sings pretty much every weekend.
Wow.
So he still sings to this day. But when I was 3, my parents, obviously, they broke up, and my mom moved to Canada, and that's where I ended up growing up, was in Edmonton, Alberta, which I'm still here.
Uh-huh.
And basically, as a young kid, I listened to all, like, the divas. So I loved my Whitney Houston and my Mariah Carey and my Celine Dion and Sarah McLachlan and, that type of stuff I grew up listening to, and I really loved my pop music. And then at 15, I moved back to live with my father, which at the time lived in Branson. So we moved out there to Kirbyville, which is about 15 minutes outside of Branson.
Okay.
And I did my high school out there, and, my dad bought me this really crappy old car that I had to pay him back for.
Uh-huh.
And I worked at Country Mart on Highway 248 for 3 years through high school. And I worked at the old Roark, cleaning stuff on the weekends. So that's what I did for work when I wasn't at school. So I was a really busy 16-year-old. And my dad bought me this crappy car, like I said, and I paid him back for it. But my car would only play country music. I wouldn't pick up any other stations, and it was just country. So I had to go from pop to listen to country all the time. And which is fine, because in my car I learned harmonies and all of that.
Wow.
And I started loving country even more. And basically, I got in a little 2-man country band, and we used to play at Pier 76 when it still existed on Lake Taneycomo across in the corner where the bridge is now. Yeah, that really old bar. Yeah, there used to be like a little old bar there that I'd go and sing at because they let us in.
Right.
A little 16-year-old in to sing.
Yeah.
And then Yeah, and I used to perform wherever I could, and I ended up meeting my good friend Vicki Lynn, and she taught me how to DJ and did karaoke, and I DJ'd and karaoke'd all the way through high school while I was in Branson, and I just love music, right? And then when I turned 18, I ended up moving back to Edmonton. I ended up meeting my husband, and we started writing all different sorts of music, which we started with pop because, as I said, that's my first love, is I've always loved pop.
Yeah.
And so we started writing like adult contemporary type pop music. And then we went from that to rock music. We tried rock, and, you know, at around 18, 19, I started listening to like Kate Bush and Tori Amos and whatever. So I wrote this really cool, heavier piano rock music. And I just finished my album, and Evanescence put their album out.
Oh, wow.
It was identical. And I was like, oh, my God.
That's one of my favorite all-time songs is My Immortal by Evanescence. I love that song.
Yeah, exactly. So I wrote a whole album just similar to what they put out. And so I have lots of that type of style of music out. And as me and my husband kept going, we created this band called The Band. With the 80s guitarist from Cinderella, Barry Benedetta. I ended up meeting him on LinkedIn out of all places.
Wow.
And he actually flew to Edmonton and took our Shadows. And it's like, it's still out there. If you go on Spotify, you can actually hear it. But we wrote a really crazy rock album. It was good. Wow. And then lovely COVID hit, and he ended up passing away.
Oh, my.
And so I have like hundreds of guitar licks. So eventually I'm going to put out more De Benedetta stuff just in honor of Barry.
Yeah.
So, and then after Barry, we still had the whole band except minus the guitarist. So we ended up getting a new guitarist. You know, it just happens. Last name is us. Became our new guitarist, and we created a new name called Circle the Wolves. So that's one of my projects that I'm actually working on.
Okay, awesome. Now, you've even have your own production company, so you put on big production type shows, and you do it even in these smaller venues that you perform at. You know, you cut your teeth in those just like a lot of other artists, but you've put on big shows now on festival stages and things like that.
Catalyst. And we do lots of the festivals out here, like Carrie West, which is our our reggae Caribbean festival. And then we do we've done video at Pigeon Lake Festival, and we've done so the festivals were always kind of out there. For Canada Day, we usually rent out our video wall, or we're playing somewhere. It just really depends on the year, really.
Right. Okay. Now you're
right now we have like this show at Chromosome, and it's like it's kind of like Edmonton's what's the word? Like it's a little kind of showcasing. So it's small, only fits about 85 to 100 people, but it's a beautiful stage with it's amazing, and so we try to get as many local acts as we can in there, and we promote that a lot. So
that is awesome. You are Shimmer Road. Your name is Shimmer Johnson. You're one half of the group. Jay Rhodes is the other fella, and I'm friends with him on Facebook and social media too. It said it was a chance meeting between you two. Tell us about how that happened and you became Shimmer Road.
Well, as I said, my husband works at Chromosome Showcase Room, and he was country band. And at the time, he was thinking of leaving that band, and they weren't really, per se, in the same alignment, I guess that's to put it. And, and we also needed a drummer for Circle the Wolves, because I was playing there the following week with my rock band, and my drummer wasn't able to do the show. So my husband asked Jay if he would sub in and learn 30-something songs in like a week
Wow.
for Circle the Wolves. And he did. He jumped in and he learned all the songs and we put on a great show. And then about a week after that, we just started talking. He's like, I really love your voice and I really want to start a country thing. I'm like, well, you know, I grew up in Branson and I grew up country. So yeah, let's do country. I have so many songs from like 20 years ago that I wrote with my husband when I first met him when I was like 18, 19. And The Long Road was our very first song that me and my husband ever wrote, was the country song for our country stuff. So it's an older song, but it's new to everybody else. So, yeah, we ended up, I had so much country music on my drive that just was sitting there and nobody's ever heard. And so I was like, yeah, well, let's do it. I got lots of originals, and we can do originals, and we can do covers, and kind of make it, you know, a really cool show. Yeah. And we've been together for about 3 months now. That's about it. And we've already put out a full cover album on Spotify, and we have 2 singles out, and we have 2 more that are coming out soon. So, yeah, we've really just become almost best friends, and yeah, I love Jay.
Yeah, that is awesome.
He's my redheaded twin. Yeah. We're both redheaded.
There you go. 3 months in the band, and you're already on the Tim Kelly Show back in Branson. How about that? And your first song we're going to play for you is called Branson. You made this song and sent it to me the other day, and I absolutely love it. So, what made you write this song? Have you been missing Branson, and has it been a while since you've been here, or what?
No, I come to Branson every year for Christmas to see my dad. And okay. I go to Branson anytime I possibly can because, like I said, I have all my family out there. So. Well,
you be sure to hit me up next time you come. We'll get together.
Yeah, I will. And, well, with the song, well, we do a cover of Dash's Austin for Shimmer Road. And we actually released Road. You can actually go but we're like, I want to write my own Austin song. I'm like, but I'm going to talk about Branson instead and make it all about Branson. And I sat down on the piano and I come out with these really cool chords, and my husband come back in the room and he's like, oh, that's cool. Let's turn that country. And my husband plays everything. So, you know, guitar, drums, bass, everything. And he turned it into that. And then I sat there and wrote it. And it took me about 30 minutes to write the lyrics. And I went in and sang it, and pretty much and that's pretty much what you guys are going to be hearing.
That is awesome. You know, you told me this might be your theme song for the Branson Opry thing that we're putting together, and we want to do an Opry-style show here for Branson and bring in a lot of independent country music, bluegrass, gospel, like you play, and all of that stuff. And so this song is perfect. And, you know, I'm listening for vocals, production, the whole thing, in putting a song on the radio on this program. I want to play the best, and, boy, this song just really, it hit home, man. It's great, and folks are going to love it. We're going to play it here in just a minute, so good job.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you.
Yep. Let's do it right now. We'll play Branson from Shimmer Road, and then we'll come back and talk about The Long Road a little bit. She said this is an older song, but new to everybody else, and I've played it a couple of times already. We're going to do it again for you as well. This is Branson with Shimmer Road on The Tim Kelly Show from KICR. Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
I remember when I was 3, we'd sing country songs in our home on Fiddle Street. Now looking back, it's plain to see how simple was so good and so free. I'll drive the memories. I'll head into Branson, West 76th Strip. Walk the landing and walk my memories. Drive through the Ozarks, where I found my start. No matter where I am, I'll always be in Branson. I remember 16, my first year. I fell in love and broke my heart for the first time. I wouldn't change things. I'll take what life brings, no matter where I go. I never left home. I'll head into Branson, West 76th Strip. Walk the landing and walk my memories. Drive through my dream. I met a man, he heard the music in me. Now each December, no tour till summer, hand in hand we'll walk the memory. I'll head into Branson, West 76th Street, walk the landing and walk my memories. Drive through the Ozarks, where I found my start. No matter where I am, I'll always be in Branson. I'll head into Branson, West 76th Street, walk the landing by Lake Tahoe, drive through the Ozarks, where I found my start. No matter where I am, I'll always be in Branson, and I'll stay. Ooh, and I'll stay. Ooh, and I'll stay. Leave flowers for me in Branson.
You're listening to a song called Branson. It is Shimmer Road, and we've got Shimmer Johnson with us tonight. You absolutely killed that song, man. Great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for giving Branson some more love, even though you've been gone for a while. And boy, I sure look forward to meeting you in person here in Branson. And you know, they call this town, it's a little town of over 10,000 population, but so many theaters here, they call it the live show capital of the world. That's pretty wild, isn't it, about this little town in Branson?
Oh yeah, you know, the 76 with all the you know, the amazing places you can play and watch shows. It's awesome. It's one of my favorite places to go.
Yeah, I come to find out because I sold timeshare here for a while, and it was in our presentation that Branson, Missouri has more theater seats than Broadway in New York City.
Oh yeah, it's like a smaller version of Nashville, pretty much.
Sure is.
Awesome.
And, you know, the originality of music here that we had in the past, you know, Glenn Campbell, Mickey Gilley, Mel Tillis, Ray Price, Joe Diffie was here for a time. The Osmonds. Yep, I've interviewed Nathan. He says they're a favorite nephew, so.
Well, with the Osmonds, I actually graduated with David Osmond, one of the kids.
Is that right?
I used to sing with Scott Osmond in choir.
Yeah.
We used to do state competitions together.
How about that? Yep. And, so there's the Dutton family here now. They were on America's Got Talent way back when Jerry Springer hosted that season that they were on at America's Got Talent. God. That's how far back. Yeah. And we actually got to meet Jerry Springer in Branson. I've still got that picture on my Facebook profile of me and my brother took pictures with Jerry Springer. He put his hands around us, and he's got huge hands, so that was pretty wild to meet him. But, they were doing a thing over at Welk Resort called The Price is Right, you know, a deal on that game show and stuff like that. So Branson's known for a lot of cool stuff like that, and it's great to come back home, isn't it, once in a while?
It is, yeah. Pretty much Branson is my second home, and then my third home is Vegas because I love Vegas.
Yeah, well, there you go. I've been there a long time ago, too. Our grandparents lived in Webb City, Missouri, and they started what I call a tradition of bringing us here by getting us season passes to that theme park, Silver Dollar City, every year. So we would go there and just have the time of our lives, you know, and go through Marvel Cave and see all of the sights and sounds and smells. I mean, they got barbecue, they got funnel cake, they got bluegrass and barbecue every year, you know. And Rhonda Vincent, she moved here just north now. She's up here in Lake Ozark, Missouri, comes to Branson all the time. We met her out there a couple of years ago. So it's just a real treat to be here, and we encourage.
Love Silver Dollar City.
Yeah, we encourage people to come here, and we encourage people to be able to perform hopefully in a year or two when we get this thing put together.
Yeah, that's the goal.
What is one of your most memorable performances of all the shows that you've done? Is there a venue that if they call you, you said, "Hey, I'm there. I would definitely come back"?
Honestly, it's the one that we put on at the Chromosome Showcase room. It's just the sound is impeccable, and you know, it's just a really welcoming group of people that come out every Friday and Saturday to see the shows and see the local acts. And we've even got acts from LA that have come in and played, which is really cool. And yeah, we're just starting to build it. And right now, me and my husband are looking at building a new live venue here in Edmonton to cater to specifically that, and just in a bigger, you know, bigger place, a little bit bigger, that fits more than 100.
Okay. So you've been together as a band for 3 months of Shimmer Road, and so let me ask you this: and you've been doing music for a long time and writing lots of songs and stuff, and you mentioned a couple of your influences, the divas like Celine Dion and Whitney Houston and that. But what is Shimmer Road's dream gig, or Shimmer Johnson's dream gig? An artist you would like to either open for, or maybe somebody you'd like to do a duet with? Who might be some big names we might know?
Well, in country, I would love to do a show with Reba at some point. Reba McEntire. I love her to death. For my pop music, I would love to do a show with Sia, because I think she's an amazing songwriter, and I just love her music, and I love how she just goes on stage and she just stands there and everybody's in awe. Even though she's just standing there in a crazy outfit and she's singing, everybody's in awe. And I want to be that one day.
There you go. We're in awe of you already, man. That song, Branson, it did it for me, but we're going to play 2 more great ones for your triple play tonight. Yeah. Let me ask you about songwriting, too. Are you more lyric-based, or do you have to kind of hear the melody and the hook first, or is it maybe a combination of both?
It's a little combo of both. Sometimes I'll get lyrics first, and then the melody comes after. But majority of the time, I hear the melody, and then the lyrics come after. So, like when I was writing Branson, and I was sat down at the piano, and I'm not a piano player. Everybody, not a piano player. I can play good enough to write what's in my head.
Yeah.
And then my husband comes and is like, "Oh, this is what you meant to play."
Who's the first person? Who is the first person that you go to and say, "Hey, you got to hear this. Let's take a listen to this"? Is it your husband? Is it Jay? Is it maybe both? I don't know.
It's my husband, Corey Johnson, usually, because he's the one that plays everything. Jay is my drummer, and we're like I said, we're the twin redheads. And my husband's the one that puts all the music together and does the mixing and the mastering, and he plays the bass on it, and he plays the guitars on it. And Jay does the drums, and I sometimes help out with the piano. And then we have Ryan Williams, and he's our steel guitar player.
That is awesome. Yeah. There's no better feeling, is there, than having your better half be behind you 110% or even more in what you're trying to do in music, is there, and working with you?
Oh, it's awesome. We've been together forever, and we've written over 500 songs in the last, 15 years, and most of them are still sitting on my computer. So, I've released quite a bit, but I have about 2 or 3 albums of country stuff that I've written over the years that has never seen the light of day, and that's including the one you're going to play, The Long Road. It sat on my computer for about 15 years. And it was our very first country song that me and my husband ever wrote together. And I really wanted pure country when I wrote that song. I wanted pure country, back to the Reba McEntire days and Tanya Tucker days, and I wanted something really country. So that's the way we went for The Long Road, and that's why it sounds the way it sounds. And I love train beats on for drums, and that really, Jade loved that, and so he brought a whole new level to the song and made it even better than it was, and we ended up releasing that. So yeah,
that is awesome. Now, you have this song been on the shelf for a while. I just interviewed an artist recently. She'd had one since the 90s that she just recently released. So, sitting in that can of 500 plus songs for 30 some years, you haven't had that, but you've got a bunch of them. You said, and I'm just amazed by that. it's like I don't know. Do you stay up till 3 a.m, and writing songs, or do you wake up at 3 a.m. with an idea and like I got to write this down so I don't forget it, and finish it later, whatever?
It's a little bit of both. Like for instance, when I was writing my Inner Me album for my pop stuff for Shimmer Johnson, there's this song that I wrote. It's called "You Keep Me Grounded," and it's the most spiritual song I've ever written. And I was coming home from a gig from singing. And literally this melody and lyric popped in my head. And I'm like, oh my God, I need to lay this. I literally sped home because if I don't record it right away, I forget it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I wrote down and I sat down at the piano. And like I said, I am not a piano player. And I sat down at the piano and I played the whole song in 15 minutes. And I sang it, and I kept the first take. And that's, if you listen to "You Keep Me Grounded" by Shimmer Johnson, that's literally the first take for both. I just kept it, and it's one of my most beautiful songs. And it could actually be country, but I made it more poppy. If I added country guitar or steel guitar, it could totally be country.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I love the piano in the world of country music. I talk about it all the time with like Ronnie Milsap, Smoky Mountain Rain, and there's a lot of others, with the piano licks in them, and I love that, even though you may not be prolific at playing the piano. I don't know. I tried to pick up the piano years ago, but they're pretty heavy, so I couldn't do it, no.
Yeah, no, me neither. Too heavy for me.
That's right. Your third song is called "Meant to Be." Tell us about this one as well.
Meant to Be, I went through a phase of loving the Dixie Chicks. I guess they're just called the Chicks now, but back then, the Dixie Chicks. And so I was like, I want to write a Chicks type song. So we sat down and kind of came up with Meant to Be, me and Corey Johnson. And basically, that's where Meant to Be came. It was an influence, and we took that influence and took my personal way of doing things, and that's what happened.
There you go. Well, the song is fantastic. You guys are fantastic, and go check out Shimmer Road, ladies and gentlemen. And then when she comes to Branson, we'll hook up and we'll take some pictures and put it on our social media too. And we might do some fun stuff here in Branson while you're here. So that'll be awesome. I look forward to that. Tell us where folks can find Shimmer Road on social media, and we'll get that for you.
If you go to shimmerroad.com, you can basically hear all of our stuff, plus our social links are on there as well. I think our Instagram is Shimmer Road Country, and same with our X profile or Twitter, whatever you want to call it now. And same with Instagram. So it's either Shimmer Road or Shimmer Road Country is where you'll find all of Shimmer Road stuff on all of the socials.
We've got Shimmer Johnson with us. Jay Road is the other member, and then you got the other guy, Mark. Is that his name?
No, Ryan.
Ryan, I'm sorry.
Corey Johnson. Yeah.
I lost the page. There it is, Ryan down there at the bottom. And, Ryan dabbles in real estate, too. He sells homes. So if you're looking for a home,
he does.
Where's he at? Is he up there in Canada, too?
He's up here in Canada, in Edmonton. Yeah, he sells homes up here, and he's a great realtor.
Okay, awesome.
And and another person that's in our group that we added is Adayon Johnson, which is my son. He's 19, and he just started learning guitar, and he's really taken to Shimmer Road really well. So
hey, that's
he's
awesome.
our extra addition. So I get to play with my son, which is really awesome and amazing. So if you go on our socials and you see our cover of Jelly Roll's Liar, you see me and the kid beside me. That's my kid.
That's awesome. I'm glad you said that, because you know about Branson. There's a lot of family theaters here where the whole family plays in that show. There's so much talent that it funnels down. You pass that on to the next generation, and that's what's great to see in music. That they're keeping country music alive, traditional country. These young people, I've interviewed a bunch of them on this program, and I love seeing it, and they love hearing it on the radio too.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, good job. Thank you for doing what you do. It's been a pleasure, and come back anytime. Have a great summer, will you?
I will. You too.
You bet. Shimmer Johnson with Shimmer Road. This is called The Long Road on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
Break the silence, I'm leaving home. keep looking, I'll keep searching for a place where I feel complete. If it takes forever, I can't wait. I'm in no hurry, I'll find my way. And if you were to find me, if you were to see my life, I knew all the shoes I've worn out were worth my soulless pride. All the road stretches forever, the lines merge and divide. The sun is setting on me, my stars appear to guide. I found it, what I'm looking for. It was sitting right on my front porch. Why didn't I see him? He was so clear, a falling star. He was my shining light. And now that he has found me, takes my hand and leads the way. All these roads don't seem so lonely. His soul carries me away, carries me away, carries me away, carries me away. His soul carries me away.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I strip myself of all my pride. I let you in, I feel refined. This blissful love I can't deny. I'm blessed with all I have in life. I made my bed and I sleep well. I know only time will tell. You and me were meant to be. The pages are much clearer now, and I know where I belong. Right with you, and I know that it can't go wrong. Now I can see all the kids in the kitchen and the dog and the kittens and our lovely charade. Now I can see making love in the moonlight, holding hands in the daylight, and I know it ain't a dream. 'Cause you and me were meant to be. Meant to be. Earlier I used to be scared alone inside my seat, waiting for a rescue team to bring me out to what I need. But you found me and brought me out. The old gray clouds slowly cleared out, and I could see a brighter day beyond horizons come my way. And I know where I belong. Right with you, and I know that it can't go wrong. Now I can see all the kids in the kitchen and the dog and the kittens and our lovely charade. Now I can see making love in the moonlight, holding hands in the daylight, and I know it ain't a dream. 'cause I know you inside out. I don't care when the stormy weather's sometimes leave it dry. And the dog and the kittens and our lovely charade. Now I can see making love in the moonlight, holding hands in the daylight, and I know it ain't a dream. 'Cause you and me were meant to be. 'Cause you and me were meant to be.
Her name is Shimmer Johnson. She's with a great group called Shimmer Road, and they are fantastic. And we played a brand new song called Branson. Shimmer Johnson, originally from Branson, went to high school here. Her dad is the mayor of Kirbyville, just like the next town over from Branson. My brother lived here before, or in Kirbyville, before he moved to Branson as well. And I hooked up here in Branson because of Andy Williams and his theater here. And we sure miss Andy Williams in the world of music. But thank you, Shimmer Johnson, for doing a great radio interview tonight, and we love the song Branson. It has been submitted for a Grammy nomination, so that's a big deal. Go follow Shimmer Road on social media and tell them Tim Kelly from the Tim Kelly Show sent you. If you're just now getting tuned in to hour number 3 and you missed the live interviews, they will end up in the Tim Kelly Show interview archives a couple of hours after this live show is over. That tab is at the top of the homepage of my website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. I am live on that website right now. Scroll down just a little bit and you'll see a player that says Radio Boss. Click play on that. That is the live audio. There's also a QR code underneath it to download the Tim Kelly Show app. And I'm live underneath that player on YouTube right now at KICR Indie Country Radio. And I am also live on Facebook and live on TikTok at Tim Kelly on Air. We got TikTok going tonight as well. And it took a little bit, but that thing's running and we got lots of people hanging out with us over there. And I'm glad to see you all. They're tapping that screen like crazy, giving me lots of likes and hearts and roses and all kinds of cool stuff. Thank you for doing that. Well, as you know, we play the best in country music. We do some gospel and we do some bluegrass. We're going to play a gospel group now called Water's Edge Gospel. This first song is called God Does on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
Mama told me when I was young, you're gonna be the death of me, son. With all the trouble you get into, but as bad as you are, God still loves you. Ain't nobody love like God does. Nobody ever could, nobody ever would. Ain't nobody could love you that much, when nobody loves like God does. Mama, she's gone, but I bet she'd be proud if she could see how God turned me around. Everything Mama told me was so. Took a while, but now I know. Ain't nobody loves like God does. Nobody ever could, nobody ever would. Ain't nobody could love me that much. Nobody loves like God. God gave us mercy and God gave us grace. A sacrifice to take our place. Ain't nobody loved like God does. Nobody ever could. Nobody ever would. Ain't nobody could love us that much. Nobody loves like God does. No, nobody loves like God does.
Song number 2.
I could always see myself right there in his eyes every time he'd reach for something just to see if he'd get by. When his mom would tell him no, he'd just look at me and grin, knowing all the time the trouble he'd get in. I knew there'd come a day, even then, I was gonna see a lot of me in him. Like the day I took my daddy's car and drove it way too fast, and I had to tell that second light to cover up the last. I never did fool him. He knew all along. He said, son, slow her down, or one day you won't make it home. Now I know just what my daddy meant. Every time he'd say, I see a lot of me in him. Sometimes all that you can do is do the best you can. I hope and pray they make it through and grow up to be a man. Guess Daddy and the good Lord must have helped to get me by. Yeah, I wonder how I made it out alive. I think about my own son and men. There's a lot of me I hope I never see in him. Like the day I told my old man he was wrong and I was right, and I'd be giving in when we see who wins the fight. But I'd just tear out mad that he knew all along I was gonna have to run to find my way back home. And every time that I'd come dragging in, he'd always say, I see a lot of me in him. What makes a man waste half his days? Foolish pride, I guess. But I'm trying to do right with the ones that I've got left, hoping that someday the good Lord might look down and say, let him in. He ain't perfect, but I see a lot of me in him. No, he ain't perfect, but I see a lot of me in him.
That is called A Lot of Me and Him, and before that, God Does, from a great group, a gospel group called Water's Edge. Water's Edge Gospel is where you can find them, especially on Facebook. Go give them a like and a follow. And Steve Bruno Samuels, good friend of mine who has been supporting my show and coming into my lives on TikTok and Facebook. He is great, and he can definitely sing, and some great gospel music on the radio tonight. The third song to complete the triple play for Water's Edge is called I Have more music on the way after this as well on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
Have you ever cried so many tears? There were no tears left to cry. Have you ever been so lonely, felt like you would die? Have you ever lost someone you loved? You never said goodbye. Well, I had, oh, I had. I've been down so many roads from the time when I was a child. Lord, you've always been with me every single mile. I don't understand how you can love me the way you do. Every road I've ever traveled leads me back home to you. Have you ever trusted a friend only to be betrayed? Have you ever been so broken the pain wouldn't go away? Have you ever wondered late at night if heaven heard you pray? Well, I had, oh, I have. I've been down so many roads from the time when I was a child. Lord, you've always been with me every single mile. I don't understand how you can love me the way you do. Every road I've ever traveled leads me back home to you. Love me the way you do. Every road I've ever traveled leads me back home to you. Every road I've ever traveled leads me back home to you.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
I love absolutely every single song they play. This station is dangerously good.
This is Today's Country.
The stuff I like.
like the music.
I like the DJs.
There's even more to like.
I like everything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country.
New country.
White fence and a sun-fade swing. I remember those days in my dreams. Water balloon fights and Tonka trucks. Boys with grass-stained knees and paper cups. She had cherry lips and a snow cone tongue. We were lightning bolts, we were way too young. Swore we'd never change a single thing. With sunburned skin and cut-off jeans. We counted days like they never passed, and lived like them would always last. We had 18 years, one at a time, outrunning sunsets on our dirt bikes. Blueberry hands and a bass to steel, that lake swing thrill and a kiss so real. Fire in the field and a song too loud, cooling off when the clouds poured down. Time moved fast, but we didn't know. Back then the world was small, but we had it all. We had 18 years, then it was gone, and it didn't take long. We grew up fast, took different roads. Life carried us away like a river flows. Faded pictures in a memory frame. The streets we walked never quite the same. We lost touch as the years rolled on, but every now and then I hear some song and it takes me back to those summer skies. Before we learned that time just flies. We didn't know the magic fade like tire tracks in a summer rain. We had 18 years, one at a time, melting snow cones, her hand in mine. Foul ball pop-ups and barefoot pride, bonfire sparks that lit our nights. A rope swing launch and a breath held tight, everything golden, that firefly light. Time moved fast, but we didn't know. We were riding a story we'd never outgrow. We had 18 years, then it was gone. It didn't take long. There's no swing to swing on and the fence leans in, but I still hear their laughs in the wind. Ooh. We had 18 years, one at a time, wrote our names in chalk and crossed that line. From kids with bikes to hearts full grown, still feel her in my skin and bones. The world moved on, but I still hold on to every warm breeze and every song. We had 18 years, then it was gone, and it didn't take long. Before the goodbye, before we knew what we had was rare and true. We had 18 years, then it was gone, and it didn't take long.
Song number 2.
I've been walking on the edge, barely holding on. Try to drown the pain with whiskey, but it's never gone. I broke all the things we had, thought I could outrun. The mess I made, the man I became, the damage I've done. Now I'm staring at the mirror, trying to face the truth. All the lies I told myself, I'm just tired of those too. It's been a long time coming, but I'm finally breaking through. The past's been full of walls, but I'm tearing them all down for you. I've been down in the dirt, been lost in my own fight, but I'm clawing my way out and I'm done with running. It's been a long time coming, but I'm ready to make it right. Yeah. I've seen the wreckage that I left, the pieces that don't fit. I tried to hide behind my pride, it wasn't worth doing it. I pushed away the love you gave, burned it all to the ground. Now I'm left here on my knees, trying to turn it all fighting for the chance to show you this is real. It's been a long time coming, but I'm finally breaking through. The road's been full of walls, but I'm tearing them all down for you. I've been down in the dirt, been lost in my own fight, but I'm clawing my way out and I'm done with running. It's been a long time coming, but I'm ready to make it right. I felt the bumps in the road, the toll it's taken on me. Fought through the darkness just to find some peace. I'm not the man I was, I'm breaking these chains. Yeah, rising from the ashes, ready for the change. It's been a long time coming, but I'm finally breaking through. The road's been full of walls, but I'm tearing them all down for you. I've been down in the dirt, been lost in my own fight, but I'm clawing my way out and I'm done with running. It's been a long time coming, but I'm ready to make it right. Yeah, it's been a long time coming, but I'm ready to make it right.
His name is Wes Ryan, and he is from the great state of Texas, and he is great. Wes Ryan Music is where you can find him all over social media. That is called Long Time Coming. We have booked a radio interview that seems like it's been forever since we booked it, and I look forward to talking to him as well. Been a long time coming to get to talk to Wes Ryan, but we've been playing his music, and we love it, and they are loving it over here on TikTok Live as well. Wes was in my TikTok Live here just a little bit ago. You can join me over there at Tim Kelly on Air. We are live over there right now, and 18 years, another great Wes Ryan song before that. This next song is a tribute to all of the victims that were lost in the flood of Kerrville, Texas. And man, I don't know how artists come up with these songs so fast, but he was already in the studio getting ready to produce two other songs, and he told me he stayed in the studio until this third one was finished. He already kind of had the hook in his head and knew where he wanted to go with the song, and he absolutely knocked it out of the park. All of the proceeds to this next song, 100% of them go to the victims of the Kerrville tragedy down there. Great job on it, Wes Ryan. It is called Heaven's Got a River on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
It was 1:30 in the morning on the Guadalupe. The river's rising fast while young hearts sleep. Camp Mystic was all abuzz with young hearts and innocent dreams, till the water came in and drowned out their screams. Parents unaware never heard their child cry. They were praying goodnight, never dreaming goodbye. Now crosses stand where laughter once rang, in the river quietly whispers their names. We don't get to choose when the thunder breaks, but Lord, wrap them in light for heaven's sake. Heaven's got a river now running wide and wild, carrying the songs of every child who never got to see the sun rise again, but they're dancing in heaven where the pain all ends. May the angels hold in them, give us peace somehow. Heaven's got a river now. Teddy bears float where the canoes used to glide, and the campfire's cold, but we still see their light. The chapel bell tolls like a mother's soft cry for the stars taken early from our white Texas sky. We stand in the silence with hands held tight, leaning on grace through the darkest of nights. And though we're broken, we still believe they're safe in arms we'll one day grieve. Heaven's got a river now running wide and wild, carrying the songs of every child who never got to see the sun rise again, but they're dancing in heaven where the pain all ends. May the angels hold in them, give us peace somehow. Heaven's got a river now. So we light a candle overcome by pain. Speak the name softly through the ache that remains, and send up our sorrow on wings, and a prayer to the ones we'll miss who are no longer here. Heaven's got a river now running pure and free, with laughter echoing through the cedar trees. Though we'll never make sense of the why or how, we trust they're in a better place right now. May the angels holding them give us peace somehow. Heaven's got a river now, down in Kerr County, where the waters are quiet now. We whisper through tears, heaven's got a river now.
Party till we drop.
It's always a party.
Just partying it up.
Your country party is here all summer.
It's summertime.
Crank up the AC, because things are heating up.
No, seriously, turn up the AC or the shirt's coming off. You don't want to see this dad bod.
Turning up the summer country right now.
Every single summer, I wonder if you think about me.
Your summertime station is Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
I still think about how we used to ride around town in your hand-me-down Ford. Blue eyes on a boat dock, making small talk, trying not to say the wrong thing. Dancing to a Dirk song, didn't take long. Strangers turned to lovers in a blink. Ooh, most of the year I'm fine without you. But every single summer I still think about how we used to ride around town in your hand-me-down Ford. Parking by the water, start floating like vibers until the sun kissed the shore. It was you and me, living bigger than we could afford, sitting in a sycamore tree. Every single summer I wonder if you think about me. Red lips on a Coke can, caught myself falling for your farmer's tan. Still ain't found a better sunset yet. Ever since you left, I've been trying, but I can't. Every single summer, I still think about how we used to ride around town in your hand-me-down Ford. Parking by the water, start floating like vibers until the sun kissed the shore. It was you and me, living bigger than we could afford, sitting in a sycamore tree. Every single summer I wonder if you think about me, and you're teasing your red dirt road, slow kissing you in the brown bag glow. Do you wish you were there? Are you wondering where did it go? Where did it go? Every single summer I still think about how we used to ride around town in your hand-me-down Ford. Parking by the water, start floating like vibers until the sun kissed the shore. It was you and me, living bigger than we could afford, sitting in a sycamore tree. Every single summer I wonder if you think about me. If you got a floorboard that needs 2 feet, a voice is calling shotgun, a hand right there to reach. across the center console and hold on to your knee. Well, I know a girl. If you gotta stretch a beach somewhere in Carolina that needs pink painted toes on a towel I'll bathe beside you while the whole world and the sunset all goes flying by you. I know a girl. I know a girl. I know a girl who's to sleep about you. I know a girl can hardly breathe around you. She ain't halfway across the country. Now she's closer than you think. If you want someone who wants to give you everything, I know a girl. If you got a house at the end of some street full of crazy family who needs someone to meet, so your mom can tell her friends, oh, you love her, she's so sweet. I know a girl. I know a girl. I know a girl who's to sleep about you. I know a girl can hardly breathe around you. She ain't halfway across the country. Now she's closer than you think. If you want someone who wants to give you everything, I know a girl. If you got a good guy that still needs a kiss, if you got a heart that needs someone to miss, I know a girl who's to sleep about you. I know a girl can hardly breathe around you. She ain't halfway across the country. Now she's closer than you think. If you want someone who wants to give you everything, I know a girl. If you're looking for forever, no girl. Ain't nobody knows you better. She ain't halfway across the country. Now she's closer than you think. If you want someone who wants to give you everything, I know a girl. Hey, I know a girl. I know a girl. I know a girl.
Her name is Marin Taylor. It is M-A-R-Y-N-N, Marin Taylor, and that is a great tune called I Know a Girl, and I know a girl that can sing. That would be Marin Taylor, and there's a great video to that song as well. You can check it out on YouTube. They filmed that in a bowling alley, and I heard there might be another video to that. She always carries a spare. No, I'm just kidding about that. No, I'm not. Absolutely love that one, Marin Taylor, and every single summer before that, great summertime song, and boy, we're right in the middle of it. I'll tell you what, it's going to be a hot one this next week. Heat index is over 100, but, we're getting close to August, so that's going to happen every year here in Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. So you guys take precautions, stay cool, and stay country. We'll be back on the air tomorrow night with a great show called New Music Friday, and I'll hit the airwaves at 7 p.m. Central Time right back here at you. The third song in the triple play for Marin Taylor is called Small Town Spinnin'. Let's spin it right now on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
New preacher on Sunday, another home team win. Jenny's door got blue paint, and nobody likes it. Everybody knows everybody, and everybody knows everybody's news. Imagine if they found out what they don't know about me and you. We could send this small town spinning, spinning like a Ferris wheel, going around with it. People talking about what it is, what it isn't. Ain't it funny how a Main Street kids could send this small town spinning like a couple in love in the kitchen. Boy, why don't we be the names flying around? Get the grapevine route for a minute. Send this small town spinning. Your car in my driveway, me
we'd regret it if we didn't. Send this small town spinning, spinning like a Ferris wheel, going around with it. People talking about what it is, what it isn't. Ain't it funny how a Main Street kids could send this small town spinning like a couple in love in the kitchen? Boy, why don't we be the names flying around? Get the grapevine riled for a minute. Send this small town spinning.
Listening to Triple Play Thursday on KICR Indie Country Radio.
A boy can win a girl's heart with just one look, then break it into with a few words. Spend a few lonely nights to realize that he can't live without her. Yeah, love is crazy like that. Been that way since way on back. The greatest love stories all go like that. Boy gets the girl, boy loses girl, boy gets the girl back. There's always a movie scene where the guy shows up. Midnight at her door in the pouring rain. Well, it's the middle of the day and the sun is shining bright. But girl, I miss you just the same. Yeah, love is crazy like that. Been that way since way on back. The greatest love stories all go like that. Boy gets the girl, boy loses girl, boy gets the girl back. Boy gets the girl, boy loses girl, boy gets the girl back. Love is crazy like that. Been that way since way on back. The greatest love stories all go like that. Boy gets the girl, boy loses girl, boy gets the girl back. Boy gets the girl, boy loses girl, boy gets the girl back. Yeah, I had you, I lost you, I want you back. I want you back.
Song number 2.
I didn't come here to be famous or to see my name in lights. I didn't come here for the money. Awards don't even cross my mind. But as long as I can remember, I've had a guitar in my hand. It's like God looked at me from heaven and said, I think I'll make a music man. And it was deep down in my bones
people here to hear me play. So I'm just giving you a song. You might remember when I'm gone. You might ask what keeps me going through the airports and the rain. I just love to see your faces, though I may never know your name. Truth is, I think I found my purpose down here in the grand design. That's just to sing the words God gives me, to know He's with me all the time. And it's deep down in my bones, woven in my heart and soul, stuck it out on the road. Don't ever have to be alone. Now I'm on another stage. There's people here to hear me play. So I'm just giving you a song for you to remember when I'm gone. Let me leave you with this song. You might remember when I'm gone.
You know, I tried limbo one time and I couldn't go that low. His name is Christian Davis. Christian Davis music. He is fantastic. That is called a music man. He is definitely that. And before that, another great tune called Boy Gets the Girl. Go check out Christian Davis. He is amazing. The third song in the triple play for Christian Davis is called Ain't Bad for a Good Old Boy. On the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
I ain't the product of a trust fund. Far as money goes, I ain't got much. But I trade my time in the hot sun for love to get me by. My pickup's old and rusty. She rattles and stays dusty. But when that girl's there beside me, it shines, shines, shines. We got a roof to keep the rain off, a mailbox to write her name on, a 10-acre lot with a little bird dog on the front porch, garden that screen door, baking in the pancakes on the griddle, hand in hand right down the middle. Life with a girl in love, that's the real McCoy. Ain't bad for a good old boy. She's gracing holy blue jeans with a face made for the movies. Yeah, she beats all I ever dreamed every time she wakes me up. She got a way of making something out of a whole lot of nothing. The honey in her loving is like money in my cup. We got a roof to keep the rain off, a mailbox to write her name on, a 10-acre lot with a little bird dog on the front porch, garden that screen door, baking in the pancakes on the griddle, hand in hand right down the middle. Life with a girl in love, that's the real McCoy. I ain't bad for a good old boy. We got a roof
listening to Triple Play Thursday on KICR Indie Country Radio.
This small town might not look like much, just corner stores and rusty trucks and everything else that I love. It's all right here. Some people can't wait to get out. Me, I think I'll just stick around, 'cause heaven looks like here to me, where I wanna be. So give me a hell yeah and an amen for the good times and good friends. We raise them up, then we drink them down. We all get lost, we all get found. When the whiskey buzz starts to move you, Friday feeling cuts right through you. That's the good Lord talking to you. That's a neon hallelujah. That's a neon hallelujah. It's my favorite prayer to pray. It's a John boat on the lake. It's a tin roof a rainy day. It's the way we got it made. So give me a hell yeah and an amen for the good times and good friends. We raise them up, then we drink them down. We all get lost, we all get found. When the whiskey buzz starts to move you, Friday feeling cuts right through you. That's a good Lord talking to you. That's a neon hallelujah. That's a neon hallelujah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a blue sky, it's a truck bed, it's a cold beer, it's a godsend. It might seem ordinary, but don't let it fool you. That's a neon hallelujah. That's a neon hallelujah. Oh, so give me a hell yeah and an amen for the good times and good friends. We raise them up, then we drink them down. We all get lost, we all get found. When the whiskey buzz starts to move you, Friday feeling cuts right through you. That's a good Lord talking to you. That's a neon hallelujah. That's a neon hallelujah. That's a neon hallelujah. Neon hallelujah. Neon hallelujah.
Song number 2.
There's a girl to my left headed home with a hunch, gonna try to catch them both in the act. There's a kid on my right, gonna see her daddy tonight with a pawn shop diamond on the dash. There's a blinker that's been on for the last 3 miles, bet they got that radio turned up. So many different faces, headed different places, in a long line of cars and trucks. We're coming, we're going, we're just passing through. We're living in the windshield and in the rear view. We're spinning our wheels, trying not to get stuck in a long line of cars and trucks. Cars and trucks. Burning Man, Bonnaroo, Deadheads headed to the next show in a dust-covered van. There's a mom behind me with one in the booster seat. Man, I swear they grow up so fast. We're all on the go and we all think we know where we're headed and where we'll wind up. Yeah, we're running out of time watching life go by in a long line of cars and trucks. We're coming, we're going, we're just passing through. We're living in the windshield and in the rear view. We're spinning our wheels, trying not to get stuck in a long line of cars and trucks.
is J.D. Shelburne. That is called Cars and Trucks. And before that, Neon Hallelujah. He just performed not too long ago at the one, the only Grand Ole Opry. Congratulations to my friend J.D. Shelburne, the gentleman that always ends my show. And we'll do that in the triple play for him tonight as well. I want to thank my special guest, Grace Scott from the Grace Scott Band, for joining me on the program tonight. And Shimmer Johnson from the great group Shimmer Road and her song Branson for being on the program tonight. Join me tomorrow night live at 7 p.m. Central Time right here on KICR Indie Country Radio. And we'll be live on the website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. And I've got two special guests tomorrow night, Mike McCarthy from the Mike McCarthy Band and Paul Randy Mingo. Those will be two great radio interviews as well. You get to hear the stories behind those songs and lots of great country music on New Music Friday. The Tim Kelly Show is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Like the Tim Kelly Show on Facebook, and we will like you right back. Until next time, I will see you on the radio. Bye-bye, everybody.
I can put you in a cornfield in downtown Manhattan. Close your eyes and reel that old zip code. I can put you on a riverbank while you're fighting traffic. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. Turn me on. I'll see you on the radio. I can take you back to high school, gym floor, and a slow dance. First love, first kiss, second base down that old dirt road. When it's freezing cold, I can sink your toes in warm white sand. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. So turn me on. I'll see you on the radio. I'm young, I'm old, I'm country, I'm rock and roll. So turn me on and turn it up. Let me make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of